I think that this is a component of relationships that as we walk with our kids, as we pursue them, as we build those relationships, we start to develop a pattern.
Why is it that words are so very powerful in our world?
I think that it's interesting when I started thinking about this, obviously raising my children and saying things and re-saying things and apologizing and going through all of those things as the seasons. I mean, we speak differently to our littles as we do to our bigger ones. I began to just really pray and ask the Lord to show me how to control my tongue and how to speak wisely. And so I started just doing some reading. There's a book called How to Write a Sentence. Stanley Fish writes this book. And in the book, he says, the skill to produce a sentence is the skill to create worlds. So you were creating worlds with your words. And I reflected on that and I thought, that's what the Lord did. That's what God did. When he spoke everything into being, God spoke it and boom, it was. And he spoke it and boom, it happened again. And everything he said as a word, boom, it appeared. It was the power to create worlds, literally, in history. And so we being image bearers, we can speak words that can create worlds around us, worlds of uplifting and encouragement, or worlds that are just frustrated or stress-filled or anxiety-filled. And so it's a very big deal. And I really came to the point where I just appreciated that is a topic that I needed to be prayerful about, as in the midst of it, in the throes of the craziness of daily life and stress and getting that assignment done, and frustrated when this kid doesn't get something you taught for the 15th time and all of those things. But that's something that we can use as tools to engage our children and build them up or tear them down. It's all about relationships. And I think that this is a component of relationships that as we walk with our kids, as we pursue them, as we build those relationships, we start to develop a pattern. They're listening to us, just like you said, they're mimicking us. And when we continue to work on our relationship with them, they can learn our heart, so that when our words aren't necessarily the way we would like them to be, we have the freedom to go to them, or they can come to us and say that, what did you mean when you said that? Or that hurt my feelings. It's so sweet to be able to reconcile after the things like that. So I feel like we need to be alert to this and careful as we craft our words, so that our children receive them well and are uplifted and not torn down.
Yeah. So let's break those two things apart a little bit. I want to talk first about how our words can build up our kids. What kinds of words, especially again, for those who it's just not natural. And I've learned that, I want to say mostly in my adult life, that for some people, that's just not a gift that they have. It's funny because those who are pessimists always say that they're realists.
Yes.
And sometimes those people are the ones who they're well-meaning and they don't mean to tear down or to be negative, but they're just like, well, this is just how it is. Mm-hmm. And so sometimes it's hard to know, if you're a person like that, how to build others up with your words.